Hello again, I am John Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham here on the PS5. Tonight, round 7 of our third season. We are heading to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, Imola. All right, I really enjoy racing around this track. Let's see if we can pull off another excellent result. First thing we have to do, though, is get our sponsor plan sorted out. We left at that point last night, so let's pick straight up with that. No mandatory activities this month, so we just need to plot in enough engagement to earn the 3 million from the sponsors. It's not much, but it all adds up over the course of a season. Let's see. Let's go with a factory VIP tour. Let's get an affiliate activity for Jack Doohan. Let's get one for Tommy as well, and you can see because we've got him set to boost in sponsor engagement, you can see we'll get an additional bonus of 390 from his contribution there, which is quite nice. That will give us a nice little bit of leeway, so we will exceed the total by pretty much the bonus that Tommy's bringing. That's quite nice. So let's confirm that sponsor plan. Right, 1.6 mil in the bank. We are now refurbishing our CFD and car part test center. 19 days for the CFD, just 1 day the car part test center. That's good. Remind myself, how much is that going to cost? 2.8. Yeah, a little expensive. Checking what's about to break. Tour center is going to go very soon. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Ford are very happy with progress this season. Back to getting delighted with every race. We are slowly chipping away at getting that debt removed from our tally screen here. Just another couple of months worth to go, and then that'll drop off the bottom. So let me have a quick check on parts. We are short a chassis, a side pod, an underfloor, and a suspension. We are building some bits, a chassis and a suspension. We've got underfloors coming, so we're going to try and hold off on that, but we could do with another side pod. So let's go ahead and make another side pod. There we go. We've also got the front wing in development. That will be ready in 5 days to go into production. We've got enough cash to build 4 of those straight away, just about. How you doing, Dino? Let's advance time now. There is our car part test center refurb. Really would like to try and up the strength of our facilities a little bit this year if we get the chance, but we're still not earning a huge amount of money from each Grand Prix, and it's going to stay that way if we can't start stockpiling cash for the end of the year, because we're always going to be hitting a big amount of debt at the start of the year, which will limit what we can do with our sponsors. Let's see, that's the spare suspension done. That's the spare chassis. And that is the brand new front wing. So let's slap those straight into manufacturing. There we go. We can afford 5 of those. Yeah, we're still going to build for car development though as well. On top of that, so we still need to bankroll a nice little bit of a nest egg at the end of the year if we can. We've got our staff survey results. We've got neutrals from everybody. Excellent. So no major issues anywhere in the team right now. That is excellent news. There is the front wing. Stat breakdown means very little at this point. Is an overview of the championship heading into tonight's race. As you can see, we have a 13-point lead over Ocon, who is finding some real pace. George sitting there in third, 26 points clear of Charles Leclerc, and 17 points behind Esteban Ocon. And we sit comfortably clear of Red Bull in the constructors at the moment, mainly due to Alonso's misfortune. He's got pace, just hasn't had the greatest of luck so far this season. Another poor race for him, and with the retirement yesterday. Let's see if he's going to be a little bit more competitive tonight. So we are, let's see, 66 points clear in the constructors. That's a pretty healthy margin after the first 6 Grand Prix. Let's take a quick look at our drivers. Look at those baseline stats, both of them with their pace in the 90s. Oscar is absolutely buzzing stat-wise right now. So with his confidence bonus from getting the car set up, he'll be in the hundreds. I mean, we saw that last night. He had a baseline of 100 for pretty much every single stat when he was in peak confidence. George had everything except his overtaking at 100, and that will be the same again, because the maximum bonus you can get is +8 from peak confidence. So everything will be at 100 except for overtaking when George hits peak. That'll be very, very nice. Let's take a quick look at how our car stacks up against the Red Bull tonight. Yeah, it's looking pretty scary levels of pace in that car. They're only half a kilometre faster than us in terms of outright speed, but they have a much better acceleration than us. Slightly better DRS. That's kind of negligible, but it all adds up. They've got a decent little advantage over us in the downforce levels as well, particularly the high speed, although we are slightly better than them in dirty air tolerance. The one big thing that we have going for us is we are still fairly good against them in tyre preservation. We have almost 8% over them in terms of tyre wear, so that will hopefully help us with strategy a bit. Let me quickly go back to our drivers again. I want to check what our smoothness ratings are right now. 87 and 92. Now they're boosted, so they're not naturally that high, but that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice indeed. Combine that with the car, we should be very good on tyres. All right, let's set our targets for tonight. So the car is ranked 14th on the grid. Ooh, okay. We're going to go 8th for Oscar. 15th ranked on the grid for George. We're going to go 9th for him as well. And let's see how we do here tonight at Imola.
Welcome along to Italy, and welcome along to Imola. Just outside Bologna in northern Italy, Imola hosts the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, named after the region it sits in. Surrounded by woodland, this iconic track is rich with Formula One history and the legends of those who raced here.
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. But all the teams are fighting hard, and there's everything to play for.
It's shaping up to be a great weekend, so don't go anywhere.
Right. I would normally consider putting my rookies in, but because the first 2 sessions are going to be rain affected here, I'm going to leave the rookies out of the car and keep our main drivers in. Okay, we'll go with that. In terms of parts, Imola, we want normally about 20 laps for a run. Change the ERS. I don't know if we can change the gearbox. No, gearbox is dead. Okay. Right, so downforce for this track. I think we're looking around about 12, if memory serves me. I'm just trying to think. Maybe 13. Let's split the difference. Let's go with a 12.5. We'll go with a 7 on the front. Go with a 3.7. If I remember rightly, it's usually something in that kind of window for the tyre and the toe, camber and the toe. So we'll go with that. We'll go a little bit higher on the wing, on the rear wing for Oscar, given the weather. Let's go with a 6.5 and a 13. We'll leave that on a 5.5, but we will pump that all the way up, and we'll drop that all the way down. And let's see how those setups work. Weather's about as bad as it's going to get. It might get slightly damper, but it should stay into territory all the way through the session. No dipping into the full wets, I think. Got a few cars running some damaged engine components. Fittipaldi, Van Dorn, Gasly. We've got a couple of rookies out as well. Montoya's in for Sauber. Luke Browning is in for RB. Gabriele Mini in for the Alpine.
We should do some work on the brakes.
Is that Miata in the Mercedes, along with Antonelli? Yeah, Ritomo Miata is in for Mercedes. Fujii is in for Red Bull, and Ollie Behrman is in for Ferrari. So quite a lot of rookies running tonight.
There's a yellow flag now.
Are you happy with temps?
Surface temperature is currently looking quite low.
Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Go.
And how was that, Oscar?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, understood.
It's 75%, so that could be the rear wing that's wrong, the roll bar is probably wrong as well, and then there's going to be the biggest issues, I think. Maybe a little bit of movement needed on the front wing, the camber, maybe the toe as well, but I think the biggest issues on that setup are going to be the rear wing and the roll bar.
Just give us a balance.
George is probably going to have 3 things that are going to be pretty wrong. So roll bar is going to be one of them. Rear wing's going to be another one. And then I would guess the camber will be the next thing that's going to need quite a bit of movement. Find out at the end of this stint.
Do we need it?
to slide this tyre a little bit more, try and get it in the window.
Big fault just developed on Hamilton there. I went from 0 to orange instantly. What is the fault? Oh no, he was yellow. I didn't see that. But yeah, gearbox issues for Hamilton, so that'll be changed out after this session.
It will be slippery on pit exit.
Yeah, Roger.
So yeah, as predicted, it is the camber, the roll bar, and the rear wing that all need to change. So let's bring that down like that. Don't know if that's enough. I think it is. Let's do that. See how that works. Let's take a look at George. Expecting a similar picture here. Oh, we're way off on the roll bar. Okay, so let's go 13. Let's go with the setup we just tried on Oscar with a slight tweak. Let's go with that.
Are you happy with tyre temps?
Tyre temps are still low. Feedback on the car?
Okay, nice improvements for both. Not quite
Yeah,
maxed out, but a lot closer.
Oscar, how's the car? Understood, Oscar.
Checkered flag.
And that was a good chunk of track knowledge earned today. Nico topping the session. Alright, so still off here. Now we were a 5.5, we moved it. It's kind of looking like it needs to go back to a 5.5. We'll try going to a 3.7 though. No, wait, were we a 3.7 on this car? I think we were a 3.7. Well, I can't remember. No, we were 5.5 on Oscar. This is the only thing that's really holding up the car. We'll go with that. That looks like that could be it. Need to change the fuel, don't we? Let's go with 30 laps. Okay. Moving back over to George. Oh, wow. Okay. That's going to be a 6.4. Going to go back up to a 7. Bring that down a touch more. Yeah, we'll try that. Check. The car will get through. ERS at 10%, that's fine. Alright. Out we go. Oh, wait, hang on. Hard tyres. No, we don't want hard tyres. We want to go with softs. Initially, because I get the feeling we're going to need to change to winters. It's not too bad. Let's instead let's bolt the mediums on.
Rain 8 minutes away.
Copy. Yeah, it's spitting in the pit lane, but only very lightly.
Copy that.
Rain is getting heavier in the pit lane.
Evening, Clark. Right, hoping for double hundreds here. 95.
Like on the
Nope,
balance.
that's not there yet.
That was better.
Copy that.
But
yeah.
Oscar's is excellent. So one car sorted, the other one not too far off.
Understood.
Fittipaldi's part has escalated in damage, so that will be a replacement after this session. expect Hamilton's put in a new gearbox. Yes, he has. What was the part that Fittipaldi's got a problem with? Let's have a look. Oh, it's his gearbox. So that'll be a replacement gearbox for him. Who else? Gasly and Van Dorn also now suffering some issues. Gasly's his engine, so that'll get switched out, I would imagine. Let's take a look at Stoffel. Stoffel's ERS. That will stay in the car unless it goes orange, in which case they'll probably switch it out. I went the wrong way with the wing, so is that really going to be a 6? Must be. Must be a 6. Just feels a little low on the front wing there. You sometimes get these little outliers in the kind of setup window that are a bit more extreme than others. Some tracks are notorious for it. Other tracks kind of catch you by surprise. It's like the setup window on Baku is very narrow. Lots of minor little fluctuations across all the parts, but they're all in a very, very tight grouping. But there are other circuits, it's a massively wide net. This is one that's kind of at the lower end of the wide spectrum. Certain parts can be very, very narrow. Other parts can be quite wide. The roll bar here can be, you know, pretty dramatic in either direction in some cases. But you go to a circuit like Abu Dhabi and the setups can be all over the place in that one. There can be no coherent kind of strategy for the setups there. Dry running for the rest of the weekend now. Evening, Farah. I don't think Cyberpower will see it that way.
Coming.
Problem for Norris.
I lost drive or something.
Ooh, we've had a crash.
Debris on the main straight.
Oh, it's the Astons getting in each other's way. Stoffel being a bit naughty there, diving up the inside of his teammate, and that's hurt both of them.
Balance check. Copy that.
Did we get it right? Yes, we did. Lovely stuff. There we go. Our weekend is done. Well, our practice weekend is done. Still need to qualify, etc. There's 5 minutes in the session left. And there we go.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Qualifying at Imola can be a tricky red flag strewn affair. Teams need to prioritize getting a banker lap in, rather than risk leaving it too late and having to settle for a subpar time.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
It's obvious that they're feeling confident today, and that's sure to be an advantage. I'm keen to see what they'll manage here.
And it's almost time for qualifying, and you won't want to miss that.
All right, let's get these cars tuned up for quali. Put a new engine in for Oscar. Actually, no, do I? What circuit we got coming up next? What is next? Is it Monaco next? Yeah, it is Monaco, isn't it? Yeah, let's use the engine here. Gearbox. We'll use that gearbox. We'll stick with the same ERS for obvious reasons. Moving over to George, there's not really a lot we can do here other than change the ERS. There we go. We'll just stick to the one flying lap and let's send them out. Am I suitably recovered? Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I was out within about 10 minutes of turning off my system last night. I slept through to about 7ish this morning. I was up for a few hours and then went back to sleep for another sort of 4 or 5 hours. So very well rested right now.
Yeah.
Out, that's critical.
Copy.
All right, let's go for an onboard lap with Oscar.
Good gap in front.
Let's go.
All right, down the main, start, finish straight.
It's good.
Speed building all the way into Tamburello. Down the Troquado Straight and into the Villeneuve chicane before heading into Tosa. This is where a lot of the AI mistakes tend to happen at Tosa. And up the hill to Piratella, this sort of double left-hander. Down the hill into the Acqua Minerale chicane. Now back up the hill again to the slowest part of the track, the Variante Alta chicane. And blasting back down the hill into the double left-hander of Ravazza. And that is a flying lap of Imola. And Oscar does a 113.2.
Delta negative at the safety car line.
See what George can do. Also a 113.2. Just 63 thousandths between the two of them. That's very good to see them both
Delta negative.
so quick. We are still lagging behind Ocon. See what the Ferraris do. Charles Leclerc hitting the track now. Potential trouble into Tamburello here. I think he got away with that. Might have lost a little bit of time. Porsche has time pretty quick. He's split our two drivers. 0.02 quicker than Oscar. Charles Leclerc crosses the line and goes P6. Not that far off. One of those circuits where margins can be quite small between getting through and getting knocked out. I'm pretty confident we've done enough to get through, so we're just going to sit in the garage now. No need to go out again. And Hamilton in the danger zone right now. He is 19th place. Should improve if he can get a clean lap, though. That is the question. Running a new gearbox in the car tonight. No other big names in danger of going out at the moment. It's just this Ferrari here. Although, surprisingly, Valtteri is quite low down as well. He's been very quick recently. And he does not improve. Valtteri is out. That is a shock. Given his pace. Hamilton exits Aqua Minerale, heading to the Variante Alta. Got a McLaren in front. Pulls out of the way. Porsche behind, looking to improve his time. Up to the line comes Hamilton. Is he going to get through, or is he going out? He does get through, and he is probably safe in 12th, but a little off the pace. Porsche does not improve his time. He stays P4, just 0.02 quicker than Oscar. Ricciardo is through. Tsunoda is out. Joe is out. Gasly's out. Valtteri is out. And so is Verstappen and Van Dorn. And Alonso pumped in the quickest time there. Both Red Bulls going to be in the fight tonight.
Sessions should be starting now.
I'll keep an eye on George this time. Alonso out early as well. Who else has joined us? Sargent's on track, Hulkenberg and Perez. Now Ricciardo making his way out too.
Oscar, you've got a clear track ahead. So Oscar, happy to open a lap.
So no one ahead. Good to go.
Evening, Wayne. All right, purple for Oscar. First one through the first sector. See what George can do. Is he quicker? No, not this time. Switch to Oscar for a moment because he's about to come up against Ricardo. Ricardo should get out of the way. And does. Won't be an issue for George. And it's a 1:13.5 for Oscar.
Delta negative at the end of the lap.
And a 1:13.2.
Just get that delta negative.
That can't be right. A 1:13.5 must be. Did I misread it? Yeah, 1:13.355. I was going to say. Not bad. I don't know if they'll be good enough to get us through. Someone's had a spin.
Yellow.
It's Logan. That's Aqua Minerale.
I lost through here.
Lucky he didn't damage his underfloor bouncing over the curb like that. Alonso half a second off. Expect him to go quicker on his next run. See what kind of pace Ricardo's got. Shares up the hill into Piratella right now. Keep an eye on him as well. He was quick in the first session. Ricardo just 300 of a second slower. Here comes Porsche. Heading down to Ravazza.
Oscar pit lane.
Pit lane speed limiter on. Attack the box.
It looks like Sargent aborted his lap. Porsche again showing some pace. All right, let's prep for another lap. Might not go again, but we'll wait and see what the Ferraris can do. And we'll wait and see what Ocon can do as well. Hamilton coming up to the line, I think. He's starting his lap. And Ocon's leaving the garage now, as is Norris. No, Ocon is already in the track. He's at Tosa. But still on an out lap. See how easily Ocon gets out of the way, pretty quickly and easily there. So it's going to be a clean lap for Lewis. Leclerc leaving the garage now. Sainz P4, so both Mercedes showing some pace here today. Hamilton goes P3. And this is what I was saying earlier in Q1. Look at the time difference between those top runners there. You know, very, very fine margins as Ocon blazes through. Might get held up coming out of Tosa here. Sainz pulls out of the way. Oh, yep, that is a salvo of Fittipaldi getting in the way. Ocon's lap is not going to be a good one. Right, Leclerc also not having a good lap. We're safe. We don't need to go again, I think. We're still top with just 3 minutes to go, so we'll sit in the garage. I do expect us to drop down the order here as Norris goes onto provisional pole position. Ocon in desperate need of a good lap here. He's going to have a little bit of traffic. Gets past cleanly there. I think both cars in front are on a flying lap. It's Leclerc with Porsche tucked in behind him. Leclerc also in need of a clean lap. Be a big shock for both of those two to go out at the end of Q2 here. Porsche, I'm expecting him to go top, given he's got that slipstream right on the back of Leclerc's gearbox. Alonso is P2 right now. Through Ravazza. Leclerc is now driving for the line. Porsche right on his gearbox. Leclerc goes P5. Now P6 as Porsche goes top. Ocon goes second. Sargent looking like he's about to get eliminated. Has been eliminated. Ricciardo is out, along with Fittipaldi, Perez, Hulkenberg and Stroll. Going to do our first lap on these scrubbed soft tyres. Might do a 2-lap run on the new softs after this. Might just do a 1 lap, I'm not sure yet.
We should do some work on the brakes.
Coming.
Evening, Sean. Can you get mods on this game or only on the PC? Only on the PC. There are no mods for console for this. So you can't use something like a database editor to change any of the values. You can't import logos or liveries or real-world sponsors, anything like that. But in terms of designing things, you can create a variety of real-world badges and sponsor logos. If you've got the time and the patience to try and figure them out. I've got a few tutorials on some of them on my profile page, on my YouTube channel. George with the slight edge so far on the lap. Back and forth though between the two. These are not going to be pole worthy times. These are just banker laps on scrubs. They will get beaten. So 1:13.2, it's still a good time for Oscar there. 1:13.2 on used soft tyres. 1:13.4 for George.
And we just get that delta negative.
Let's head back to the pits.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Crash for Lawson at Tosa.
Now this was the 7th corner. And there's contact with the barrier.
Yeah, that's his session ruined. He will not get higher than 10th. And we are going to go for a 2-lap run on these new softs. Yeah, and that's why Lawson is not going to get higher than 10th. Can't change the rear wing. So his qualifying is effectively over. And he's really screwed up his car as well. So that engine and that gearbox will probably get switched out as well. So we're looking at a pit lane start for Lawson. Ocon currently sits on provisional pole, Leclerc second, 10th and a half behind. Then it's Sainz in third, we are 4th and 5th. Alonso 6th, Hamilton 7th, Norris 8th, Lawson 9th, but that's only because Porsche has yet to set a time. He is on his flying lap right now. And we've seen some really good pace out of Porsche, and there is Porsche crossing the line. He goes up to P3.
Good gap in front. Let's go.
All clear ahead. Good to go.
Chance George might get held up at the pit lane exit. Nope, we are through. No hold up from the Red Bull there. Let's see how Oscar can get past Sainz. No, that's not Sainz, that's Porsche on his in lap and Ocon on his out lap, I think. Is it Ocon or is it Alonso? That was Alonso. No purples in the first sector. Porsche gets out of our way. First attempt for Oscar. Puts him in P4. He has improved and he's now into peak confidence, ready for his next flying lap. George goes P3. Good lap for George there, 1:13.1. 1:13.2 for Oscar. All right, let's keep an eye on Alonso, who's on his flying lap. Hamilton leaving the pits. Now here comes Leclerc. Norris on his warm-up lap might have held up Ocon through Tosa there. Fingers crossed. Alonso is only good enough for P4.
The temperatures.
Are we going to get in Ocon's way, or are we going to pull over?
You've got a clear track ahead. Let's go.
We're good on tyre temps here.
He's not going to get a hold up from us. He might even get a little bit of a toe
Good to go.
out of this final corner. Ocon does not improve. Oscar does. Does George get held up into Tosa here? He's also up in the first sector. Clear up the hill. No improvement in the middle, but we are clear through Variante Alta. No delay there. Will Leclerc start his flying lap? Yes, he will. So no hold up there, but we've got a Red Bull in the way, potentially. Russell flying at the moment. Goes purple in the middle. Oscar now driving for the line. Only improves by a couple of hundredths. He is up to P5.
Happy with that.
George finds another 10th. Moves up to second, but we are not going to take pole position.
Currently P2. Yeah.
So Leclerc's on a flyer. Porsche just starts his in time.
Box end of this lap.
There's Sainz. Norris is on an in lap. He stays P8. Hamilton coming to the end of his flying lap. And he finds about 3/10, but he stays in 9th behind Norris. Here comes Leclerc. Can Ferrari take the front row? No improvement for Charles. He stays P3 for now. Sainz across the line. Doesn't improve. He stays P7. What about Teo? Last car to complete his lap. And he also does not improve. So that is your grid order for the start of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Ocon has pole position from George Russell. Leclerc and Alonso on row 2. Oscar starts from the third row alongside Teo Pourchaire, with Sainz behind, then Norris. Hamilton back on row 5, and Lawson in 10th, having damn near destroyed his car in qualifying, will end up starting from the pits. So Logan Sargent will get promoted up to 10th place. Max is at Williams.
Not long until we get going here in Italy, with 63 laps of hard-fought motor racing.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992 when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season.
This is an old-school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here though, and it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
All right, that is our strategy. Right, let's go soft, medium. Give us a little bit of extra grip in the final stint to play about with. I'll take a couple of laps of fuel out. Not going to play about with pace settings at the start. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Welcome back everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. And here's George Russell, focusing on the race ahead of him.
They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds after lights out.
Here we go. It's time to go racing.
Evening, Daniel.
The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of mediums. We're the only ones on softs. A few on hard, so we need to be wary here. We need to make sure that we can punch through quickly. Got to get through the first couple of laps before we can try and sprint. And we're under pressure from Alonso. Ocon doing his usual, let's try and rabbit away as quickly as we can. Don't want to cook these tyres too quickly. Oscar holds off the Mercedes drivers there.
Nice. Good job. Let's keep going.
Oh, lovely dive bomb from Pourchaire on Sainz there.
P2. Ocon ahead. Gap ahead 2.4. Alonso car behind. Gap 0.3.
Gap now up to 3.3 seconds. We are going to turn the power on in just a second. Go.
Use overtake.
Copy. So happy to drop a little bit of management.
Alonso's going to give us the DRS. Thank you. And Oscar has got past Charles Leclerc, so we are in prime position to blitz past Alonso here. George not able to get past yet, annoyingly. Tone the tyre wear down again then, seeing as we're stuck here.
Yep, fine.
Stays behind again through Piratella.
Deeply there, I cannot do anything.
Oh, makes his way, tries to make his way through Acqua Minerale. That was brave, couldn't quite pull it off. But he's going to have the inside into Variante Alta. Again, Alonso holding the line. So we'll have DRS at the end of the lap again. Into Ravazza. That's it for battery.
Recharge button on.
Through goes George. Oscar's going to try and follow through as well, and does. And that gives us control of the train.
Nice job, mate. So car ahead now is Ocon. Gap 3.5.
Overtake available.
More importantly, both of our drivers now in peak confidence, which means mighty stats for both. Battle assist is useful for defending, not really useful for overtaking.
We don't need to take any risks.
Oscar moving into the lead. Evening, Ruben.
Charge the pack.
Okay.
And we're now starting to reel Ocon back in, little by little. Oh, big lock-up for Alonso there. And Norris has developed a fault as well.
Right, let's pick this up as we go into turn 14. Very heavy on the brakes. Just unable to control the car by that point.
And he's slotted in between Norris and Hamilton. Fault for Hulkenberg as well.
But the car's definitely not happy.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
Recharge on.
And Leclerc has moved into 4th place as a result. Porsche, though, gets up the inside at Tosa. Mercedes are looking potent today.
And a reminder for the recharge button.
We'll see if we can break away from Porsche and Leclerc now.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Yep.
We are happy with these tyres.
Yeah, understood.
He has DRS.
Behave up.
Leclerc's pushing to try and close that gap back up again. That Red Bull is seriously quick.
Focus on recharge.
Copy.
Pushing his tyres, though.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc, 119.2. You say I'd wipe the floor with you, Farah. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, you've all seen my tactics, how I like to prepare for races, how I like to approach races. So
Okay, recharge on.
you would have a better understanding of when I'm playing possum, when I'm actually pushing.
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
Yeah, tyres are good.
Yeah, Ocon is seriously quick. Yeah, I could never get the coordination on Guitar Hero to play well on hard difficulty. Yeah. 4 notes I was really good. 5 notes, not so much.
And recharge on, recharge
Oh,
on.
yellow flag.
We think there's still opportunities here.
As we see a replay of Leclerc getting past Oscar. How did Max end up at Williams? He signed for Williams in that really crazy period before they fixed driver contract poaching.
Yeah.
Okay, recharge on is good.
Focus on recharge.
Yeah, GM Cadillac have been approved. Be interesting to see who they get an engine from. Current speculation suggests it's probably going to be Ferrari.
It's currently P4.
They will be losing a customer team with Sauber switching over to Ferrari to Audi
9.4.
from 26 onwards.
Pack is high.
Copy.
Yeah, everybody's pushing their tyres. Nobody's just running their tyres at a regular pace apart from us. So we're going to see two stops up and down the grid, I think.
Remember recharge.
Yeah.
You don't see Audi up front. No, they won't be initially. It'll take them a few years before they're ultra competitive. Red Bull technically won't have a Ford engine. They will have a Red Bull engine. Ford will be providing technical assistance, but it will be a Red Bull engine rather than a Ford engine.
Sainz has DRS.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, it's a shame that Schumacher can't seem to find his way back on the grid. I don't think he's ever going to be a world champion if he does make it back on. But I think he's certainly got the ability to do well. And Alonso boxes early. Very early. Onto a set of hard tyres. It's going to drop him to the back. But he'll have clean air and new rubber to start pumping in some quick laps. Sainz got past George. Looks like a dive bomb into Tamburello. Yeah, pretty much.
Use the overtake button.
Overtake will be available.
Yeah, copy.
We will reclaim the position here.
Did get DRS.
I hope. Have to dip back into the slipstream again.
Just give us some tyre feedback.
Did not have the straight line pace to get past that Mercedes. It's a little worrying.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Copy.
Sainz won't have DRS this time.
And overtake is available.
Understood.
Got a good run on him. Can we get him here into Ravazza? Yes, we can. Excellent. So we get the move done. And immediately lose out again. But now we should be able to power past him. Oscar moves back up into second.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
Yeah, copy.
Make sure we get the pack
And we
back.
only just get the move done. And immediately lose out to Norris.
Good job. So that is P5. Got Norris car ahead. Overtake is available.
And they're getting back at Tosa.
Charge
There
the
we
pack.
go. Norris is pushing. He's getting ready to box. I think. Oh, maybe not. No. He's got a fault as well. What is the fault on his car? Gearbox. It's definitely battery deploying.
Let's give it everything now.
We are ready for you. Still plenty of opportunities. Car behind is Lando. Gap to Lando currently 3.0. Recharge on is good.
Alonso lapping in the 119s at the moment, taking big chunks of the cars in front of him.
Any feedback on these tyres?
Not that much quicker
They're struggling a
than
bit.
the race leaders, though.
Recharge on.
Can we get the DRS? It's tight. I think we did. Hope we did.
Recharge on.
Yep, copy.
Yes, we did. Gonna need to start thinking about doing fuel saving soon.
Currently still on plan.
George boxing at the end of the next lap. Oscar the lap after that.
Pack is high.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Just getting these batteries rebuilt, ready for when we do box.
Copy.
Let's see what pace you can do. Overtake available.
Copy.
Your recharge on is good.
Copy.
So let's start closing up that gap.
So you can start pushing.
Box, box.
Yes, box.
And Oscar, the pack is good.
Copy. Well, I'm clear right then.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy. Copy.
There's an lot making an F1 Manager 25. Yeah, I've seen that that story as well. It's not officially confirmed
Overtake.
from Frontier themselves yet, but it's looking that way.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Let's attack.
Into the pits for George. I hope it means that they spend longer patching and developing this game, given it might well be the last one. But I guess we'll find out if the patches stop in the next month or so, like they have done in the past. How you doing, Tony?
Okay,
This is why I said right from the very beginning that I didn't want it to be an annual franchise. I wanted it to be an every 2 or 3 year game. That's a good stop. A very good stop. Nice and clean. Going to get out just in front of Alonso. Or just behind Alonso in the end.
Ahead, Alonso. Up ahead, 0.2.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, pit lane starts, I think, now. That's a much welcomed addition to the game.
Let's go pit lane.
Mainly because it means you don't have to get absolutely hammered with emergency manufacturing costs now. 2.5, average. New fastest lap from Fernando. He will again get out just in front of us.
The next car is Alonso, 0.4.
George, we still need to increase the level of lift and coast.
Copy. Copy.
We don't need to take any risks.
Copy.
Lift off end of straight.
Yep. Copy.
Sergeant boxes. Let's see, got a fault on Leclerc's car. Engine. We know about Norris. Hulkenberg has that fault. He's not really a threat to us. Through goes George. We can start to close down Alonso now. Do we not know why they're not making F1 Manager 25? Yeah, not enough players buying the game. They pissed off the community too much in the early years. Through lack of features in the first one, price in the second one, and not enough iteration to justify the increase in price. Bugs in the third one. They're just not selling enough units.
The tyre temperature should be in a good place.
Copy.
All right, both drivers should go through here. There goes Alonso. We have a yellow flag. Don't be a VSC. Don't be a VSC.
Yellow's ahead.
Copy.
Lock up for Ricardo at Tosa.
Here we are down at turn 7. The wheels just lock up there. Now they did leave it very late.
Kept it out the barrier.
Everybody recharge on.
Yeah. Copy.
Yeah, I never got to play the full game version of Motorsport Manager. I played the mobile versions, all three of them. They did a Motorsport Manager Online, which I didn't really care for. But yeah, that's one of the games I'm thinking of getting on the PC. That and Golden Lap. I'm looking at getting Golden Lap. That is an independent studio. The same studio that did Tokyo Drift and Art of Rally. Not Tokyo Drift, sorry. Absolute Drift.
Use overtake.
Copy.
of overtake available.
There we go. We've broken away from Alonso. Next up, Lawson.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Get the fuel to about 1 under, and then we'll stop saving again. Let's take a look at Lawson's car, because I want to see how much he changed from his engine there. Yeah, engine and gearbox. ERS did stay in the car.
Recharge on.
Recharge on.
Right, we're doing 118s at the moment, so we are lapping 3 seconds quicker than some of the cars in front, 2 seconds quicker than Ocon. Yeah, we'll catch up sides pretty quickly here. Norris's fault escalates.
I lost drive or something.
His gearbox now orange. That's going to hurt him really badly as this race continues.
And recharge on.
Sainz and Tsunoda both into the pits.
Tyre temperature management looking very good. He has DRS.
Yep. Yep. Charge the pack.
Okay. If this continues like this, I'm not going to be an overtake.
Keep your head down.
New fastest lap for Valtteri, a 117.1. That is very quick.
I was going to suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
We are going to come out in front of Ocon, but not by a lot. Leclerc's probably going to box this lap. Ocon's in. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more time before he boxed. Another couple of laps. Hard tyres. It's a good stop as well. Hards for Leclerc, also a good stop. Norris is going round again. Worst case scenario for us here is that we come out behind. We do just get out in front of Ocon. Absolutely needed that. We'd be absolutely screwed if he got out in front of us.
Recharge on.
He's almost certainly going to the end, given how he stretched out those mediums there.
How's the tyre?
Porsche moves into the lead. He'll be going another few laps. Norris and Hamilton should be boxing this lap. And they do.
Recharge on.
Hamilton jumps the McLaren there.
Just give us some
Alonso has
feedback
pushed
on
to
the
catch
tyres.
us up.
I like it.
There is Ocon. So Norris is out in P17, Hamilton in P14, Leclerc P8.
Use overtake.
Yep.
Yeah, recharge on is good.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy. He has DRS.
I think the smart move now is to be keeping... damn it. I was going to say, keep Alonso behind us. Stop Ocon from getting through. Get him acting as that buffer between us. So we don't want to break away and drop him.
Copy. Use overtake.
Overtake will be available.
Copy.
And if we could just do a little bit more lift and coast.
Yeah, Roger.
So we need to keep Alonso in that DRS zone.
Yeah, he did get DRS. So it's currently P3. So next car will be Piastri. Yeah, 0.2. Up behind you.
What's worrying is that Ocon hasn't got an amazing engine yet. We're running brand new engines tonight. He isn't. Alonso is. Yeah, that Red Bull is seriously quick. And he has punched through on Alonso. Porsche still out there. Not lapping very quickly. 121s. Going to go another lap. Might box at the end of this one. Piastri just holds off Ocon there. Hamilton with the new fastest lap, a 1:16.9. 14th now, all over the back of Perez.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
There are opportunities ahead.
Porsche hit the pits this lap. Just gone past half distance. Now he's going another lap. Keeping Ocon nice and close behind us like this as well is going to help overheat his tyres a little bit.
Point 2.
That means he'll have to be a bit more careful with them as the stint progresses, which will make it easier, in theory, for us to close him back up again. Our boys are doing a bang-up job of frustrating him right now. They're only able to do that because they've still got decent grip left on those softs. As soon as that grip starts to go away, so does our strength of defence.
So really look after these tyres.
Yeah, I copy.
And there is Porsche into the pits. So there should be mediums to the end. It's not a bad stop. Where's he going to feed out? He's going to be behind a lot of traffic. That's the downside to running long.
No harm done. Alonso is now the car behind.
Oh, muscles his way through there.
And when you can, feedback on your tyres.
Oscar, you can reduce the LICO slightly.
Copy.
So what I'm going to try and do now is just extend this stint a little bit if I can, just so we can be a bit more aggressive with the mediums later.
Ocon has DRS. We're ready for you. So Alonso car behind.
Overtake available.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Car ahead is Ocon. Gap is 1.7.
There's still opportunities here.
So don't take risks. We are ready for you.
So happy to push now. PS3 behind. Gap 0.3.
Quick lap, 1:17.3. Ocon is burning his battery right now. We have a yellow flag.
Okay, recharge on.
Now we want a VSC. We don't get it. It's
Now
just
we should be
Leclerc
able
running
to
a little
take a look
wide.
here.
Where is he right
And
now?
it was involving Leclerc this time. That's... oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted.
He's 7. Fighting with Fittipaldi and Sainz. No, sorry, Sargent. Hamilton up to 11th. Norris down in 16th. Not really making any real progress now with his gearbox dying on him. Ocon with a new fastest lap of 1:16.2. He is absolutely blitzing us.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up. So we're really happy with what you're doing on tyre management.
Yeah, copy.
Problem for Sainz.
A lot of clipping.
Sounds like a battery problem. Leclerc's fault escalates.
There's something strange in the main straight. Am I losing speed?
See Stroll in the background there, also coming in. Not bad. Hard tyres for both. Still holding out hope
Tyre management, everything's good.
for a safety car or a VSC. Evening, Adrian. I'm hoping to win, but I don't think I'm going to beat Ocon tonight. Just like last night, he's going to have that little bit too much pace for us. We're just lacking in the corners at the moment. But we've got new wings coming for the next Grand Prix for Monaco, which will hopefully help a little bit. Hulkenberg exits the pits a long way down.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Oh yeah, I think we'll be in with a good chance of getting the double podium, but I say that I think the win is just too much for us. Ocon's just so quick. He's really riding a confidence wave, just as our drivers are, but his car is so much better than ours. Bit more action in the pits. Verstappen, Van Dorn and Perez all exiting on brand new tyres. What are they putting on? Mediums. Yeah, that figures. That tracks. Actually, I want to check something. What is going to be quicker? Mediums or pushed hards? Pushed hards. Yeah, clearly.
It's P2. Ocon ahead. Next car behind is Piastri. Get behind 1.8. Box, end of this lap. Change tyres.
Yeah, stop.
Alonso's boxed. Is he going for mediums? No, he's going for softs. Ooh, now that makes things trickier in getting the double podium with Alonso going on to softs. He comes out in P14, so that's about where we're going to be coming out.
Flat out.
Copy.
Okay, Oscar, we're boxed this lap.
Copy, box.
That's better. A 2.2 second stop.
Just keep an eye on your mirrors.
All the twos there. Enzo also drives in. He's going onto a set of mediums. Actually, further ahead than I thought we would be. That's good.
So we're currently P11. Gap 0.4. So Joe is going to be the car behind. Gap 6 seconds.
Yeah, copy.
Recharge on, please.
Copy.
So we are a long way behind Esteban. We've got fresher tyres. That will definitely help.
Push and hold it, overtake. Let's push and get past him.
Excellent stop for Oscar as well, 2.2 as well. So good chance of pit stop points tonight for both cars. There goes George. Oscar gets out in front of Alonso. Lovely stuff. So he was not able to get the undercut on us.
Alonso is now the car behind. Gap is 1.7.
Okay, Oscar, recharge on.
Yep. Copy.
We get through against Norris. And also against Lawson. Excellent driving there from George. Alonso has overtaken Oscar, but that is fine because that will give us a chance to get the DRS here for the main straights. So we start Oscar's flying lap attempt. Oh, big spin.
Yellow flag.
Into the barrier for Sargent there.
So we've got car in the barriers.
George sets a new fastest lap of 1:15.8.
So you are purple.
2.6 seconds quicker than Ocon.
Tyre looks stable.
Copy.
We need more management.
Copy.
We must increase the level of lift and coast.
And we'll get DRS again here with Oscar, I think. New fastest lap now for Oscar. 1:15.1.
Yes, use the chance now.
Yep. Copy.
Through the Villeneuve chicane. Still side by side with Lawson. Can't go up the inside at Tosa. But we'll get him up the hill towards Piratella. And there we go, we are through into 9th place.
Copy.
And that is both drivers back into peak confidence.
is
Leclerc's
low.
dropped down to 6th. He is struggling now.
Recharge on.
1:17.5 for George on that last lap, so we are, I think, about 0.8 of a second quicker than Ocon, but we are 31.5 seconds behind. That's a long way behind. Big margin on tyres. He may yet stop again. Really hope he doesn't.
There is sights. Okay, 1.4. Keep your head down.
Ocon picked his pace up again. We're only 0.2 quicker than him that lap.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up. So there's signs ahead. Ahead point 2.
Mistake in sector 1.
So we've got a yellow flag coming up.
Spin for
Here
Stoffel,
we've got the Aston
which
Martin.
is sector 3.
And then the car just goes. And there'll be words had after this, I'm sure. And clearly then.
Overtake is available.
Use the overtake button.
No, George. Damn it.
It's quite a bit of rear locking.
Yellow's ahead.
Copy.
Just cool the tyres as much as you can.
Just a bit too wide at that point.
That wasn't rear locking, that was front locking. So that goes George's chance of getting a podium.
Recharge on is good.
Copy. Copy.
Oscar up to 7th now. Ocon's almost a pit stop ahead of Sonoda now. Yeah, safety car or a red flag are the only ways we're going to improve, and a safety car would be better than a red flag, because at least George will have the chance to try and gain a place or two in the pits.
car ahead is Leclerc.
2 seconds, Leclerc.
Deep breath, we're going to be okay.
And when a driver gets stuck like that, the game just resets them back onto the track automatically. But sometimes it happens quickly, sometimes you have to wait. In that one, we had to wait quite a while.
And reminder for the recharge button. Suggest increased LICO.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I have asked to see in the past would be cars actually getting beached in the gravel and having to retire. Drivers using escape roads would be nice as well, but yeah, they're pipe dreams now.
We think there's still opportunities here.
You need to push.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast. Recharge on.
Lovely stuff.
Great work, Oscar.
You're P6 at the moment.
Let's go flat out.
Right, so our target for George is P9.
So car ahead is Stroll. Gap 1.2.
16 seconds behind at the moment. That's going to be tricky. We do have a tyre advantage. And for the most part, a pace advantage as well. But still,
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
at least George's confidence wasn't completely destroyed with that mistake.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Copy. Yeah.
Through goes George. Up into P14. Closing in on Hamilton. Porsche all the way up in second right now. He's having a great weekend.
Gap is 1.7. There are opportunities ahead.
And recharge should be on.
Recharge on.
Oscar, suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
And there we go, up the inside of Norris. Lovely stuff.
Overtake available.
Use overtake.
Get the DRS here on Hamilton. We should hopefully breeze past him on the main straight. There we go, comfortably through.
Still plenty of opportunities.
Charge the pack.
Ricardo up next.
Joe, car ahead. Gap to Joe, 1.9.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Copy.
Focus on recharge.
And we still need more lift and coast.
Copy. Copy. Recharge on.
We can use the pace now.
Try and punch through here at Tosa.
Keep chipping away.
Not quite.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
There's still opportunities here.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
We're ahead of Joe.
Copy.
Make sure we get the pack back.
Overtake is available.
See Alonso just shadowing us in the background there, now making his move on Hamilton. We have a yellow flag. Very brief. Saw making a little lock-up perhaps.
Plenty to play
Yeah.
for.
Here's the
Max.
replay. Now we're watching Max Verstappen here.
That's Tosa.
Everything's all right here. The brakes couldn't cope, and hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Okay, recharge on is good. Focus on recharge.
Nice.
Okay, well done, Oscar. The next car is Sonoda.
2.5 seconds for Lawson. Leclerc in P9 now. Fittipaldi is hunting him down. We are just 6 seconds away from hitting P9 now with George.
Overtake available.
Let's leave Ricardo behind so we don't drag him with us. Well, I think I can leave my tyres in this setting now for the rest of the race.
stay close to him.
Looks like everyone is going to go to the end. Except maybe Leclerc, maybe Max. They may need to make an emergency stop. Fittipaldi is caught and passed Leclerc. That's how close we are now to P9.
Gap 0.7. Keep your head down.
Pack is low.
Recharge on.
We're just 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds behind Tsunoda now. So the podium is about to be ours. We'll catch and pass Porsche, but yeah, Ocon just been too strong today. Worries me a little bit for Monaco, because that is a very downforce dependent circuit and we just do not have it. And that Red Bull has it in spades.
Gap 0.2. So as much tyre calling as you can manage, please.
Yeah, copy.
Fuel on plan. Starting to see signs of some overheating.
Copy.
Okay, so let's just get head down now. Overtake will be available.
Five to
There we
go.
go. Up the inside of Lawson. Leclerc next. We'll have the DRS. We'll punch past him so quickly here. And 2 seconds now to Fittipaldi.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Oscar closing in on Tsunoda.
Use overtake.
Can I get DRS here? Yes, I can. Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, recharge on.
Gap 0.3.
Four laps to go.
Hold on, Oscar.
Here we go. 2 seconds to science.
So science is an inside. Ahead 1.2.
Fittipaldi picks up a fault.
There are 3 laps to go.
So that's currently P9. So car ahead is now Sainz. Ahead 0.2. Yeah, 0.9.
Suggest reduce a bit lift and coast.
We'll have overtake available.
Can we tag the DRS? Not this lap.
One point one.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time. Recharge on. More lift and coast.
I think catching Hamilton's a bit of a pipe dream here. Quick lap though, 1:15.2. Very quick lap, almost the fastest lap.
We need to keep the lift and coast up a bit more now.
Leclerc down in 12th place now. Norris all the way down in 18th. It's been a disastrous weekend for the pair of them.
0.4. No harm done.
Okay, use to deploy.
This is the last lap.
So 1:15.156 is the current fastest lap. We're on target for both of our drivers now. Can we maybe just push the fastest lap a little bit more on this lap?
Lift off end of straight.
It's all going to be dependent on that first sector, I think. Ocon's crossed the line.
And it's Ocon. Ocon first over the line today. And it's a victory for Esteban Ocon.
Just an incredible demonstration of why they belong in Formula One.
Back-to-back wins for Ocon. Oscar's going to bring it home in second. George is going to bring it home in eighth.
Pack is low.
And there's a 1:14.6.
Second flag.
A mighty final lap there.
And that is P2, Oscar.
Fantastic job. Thank you.
Yep, not too bad a day. And usual reminder, Oscar, engine off once you've stopped. Wait 5 seconds. P0.
George home.
Yeah, you've taken the
P8.
checkered flag.
4.5 seconds behind Hamilton in the end.
Good race.
Good recovery after that horrendous lockup at Aqua Minerale. Someone has run out of fuel, I think.
Pick up rubber where you can.
Oh no, it's a failure. Norris's car has just died, and that's now going to red flag it. Oh no, wait, was it a collision? Leclerc is out as well.
Not a quick race to sum up, not least for George Russell there.
That marked an 8th place finish, which gives them a handful of points.
With such a strong performance from Piastri, there's no denying that he's earned that place on the podium today.
Porsche gets a podium.
They've scored their 6th podium of the season. It's proving to be a strong year.
Well, Formula One certainly feels at home in Italy, and it looks like those three feel right at home too. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And that's about it for our time here in Imola.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
So, confirmation then of the final result. It is the win for Esteban Ocon. Back-to-back wins. That's taking a bite out of Oscar's championship lead. But Oscar in second did get the fastest lap. The maximum damage limitation there. A mighty final lap in the end, 114.6. Porsche gets the podium in third. What a race for Tsunoda, up 12 places to finish in fourth. Alonso down one into fifth. Ricciardo sixth. Good drive for him, considering he started P11. Some solid points for both him and McLaren. Hamilton gets seventh place there for Ferrari. Big points dropped with Leclerc's issues. Russell down 6 places from where he qualified. Would have been on the podium had he not locked up Aqua Minerale, but still picks up another 4 points. Then it's Fittipaldi getting some points for Sauber, working instead of Valtteri, who was uncharacteristically slow today. Sainz hangs on for the final point to get both Mercedes into the top 10 there, ahead of Liam Lawson. Joe in 12th, 13th was Stroll, 14th Gasly, Hulkenberg 15th, then 16th for Perez. Leclerc retiring on the final lap, as did Lando Norris. Both of their cars just giving up in the end, but they do finish 17th and 18th, as everyone else was a lap down. Stoffel in P19, 20th for Logan, who at one point did look like he was on for some points today until he had that big crash at the Variante Alta. And Valtteri Bottas all the way down in 21st. Not a good weekend for him. Max in 22nd and last. Let's take a look then at the drivers' standings. 19 points for Ocon puts him onto 148, but Ocon, with that second win in a row, has closed the gap to just 7 points. Very, very close. George in third is able to consolidate his position a little bit more, despite only picking up 4 points, as Norris and Leclerc both failed to score. Has a 30-point lead now over Charles Leclerc. Norris a further 4 points behind, and Hamilton gains on Norris, just 1 point behind now on 66 in sixth. Good points for Alonso in seventh. He keeps himself in touch, 10 points behind Hamilton. Tsunoda moves up a place into 8th with 30. Porsche moves up 2 places with his podium on 27, jumping Valtteri Bottas. And Daniel Ricciardo also being overtaken, but on 21 points has closed the gap to Valtteri there. Sainz in 7th picks up an extra in 12th picks up an extra point. He's on 7 points now. Just the 5 points for Stroll in 13th. Gasly with 4. Joe with 3, 2 for Nico Hulkenberg, 2 for Max. 2 points for Fittipaldi, getting himself off the bottom there into 18th place. And then the non-scorers of Lawson, Sargent down 2 into 20th, Perez in 21st and 22nd for Stoffel. Let's take a look at the constructors. We have lost a little bit of ground to Red Bull. They are on 251. We're on 251. Red Bull on 197. They outscored us by 12 points today, and they have closed that gap down. They are now just 54 points behind us. Ferrari in third on 139. Only 6 points for them. They've lost a big chunk of ground to Red Bull there, who are in some pretty serious form right now. McLaren also dropping a lot of points with Norris's retirement. They're on 88 points. Then RB and Mercedes both gaining places. separated by just 1 point on 35 and 34 respectively. Sauber down into 7th place with 29 points. Williams have 6 points in 8th, 3 points for Alpine in 9th, 2 for Aston in 10th, and Haas the only team yet to score. In the DHL pit stop competition, we did just manage to get both our cars through into the top 10. A 2.221 second stop for George. Actually, 1,000th quicker than it said when we had the stop. We'll take that. That's 10 points for George and 2 points for Oscar there with a 2.253. Ferrari still top on 161. Red Bull in second, closing the gap by 9. They are on 140 points now, 21 behind. Mercedes third with 111. McLaren, 25 points for them on 96 now. Alpine, no points, stay in fifth with just 60. Aston closing the gap to them. They are 14 points behind, having picked up 20 points tonight. We pick up 12. We're on 38. So we're hunting down Alpine as well and pulling away now from RB in 8th. Haas 9th, also no points for them. An extra point for Williams puts them on to 13, and Sauber still yet to get any points in the DHL pit stop competition. There are the stops. You can see the first stop's not amazing, a 2.5 for Oscar, 2.4 for George, but the second stop's definitely giving us those much-needed points. And both our drivers did get their payout from the sponsors, so another 1.37 mil added to the bank balance. Let's head back to HQ and see if the cars came through unscathed. Aurélien Pallier's overall rating goes up by a point. He's now an 87 overall. Lovely stuff. We have a spare side pod. And let's go into the inbox. So, post-race data. 3 failures. Both front wings have failed, but that's fine. We've got brand new wings about to go on the car. A rear wing failed as well. That's a little disappointing. They see the expected finishes of 6th and 8th. We achieved George's expected finish and comfortably beat it with Oscar. Still leading the championship, but the gap is coming down. F2 talent has been recommended. That's Jack Crawford. 5th currently in the F2 standings. 4 podiums, a sprint win. But we are sticking with the Aussie theme, so Jack will not get a look in from us. Let's take a look at the F2 and F3 podium results. We don't have either of our drivers in view there, and we can't see the results anymore because of the way that the results are glitched, unfortunately, but we can take a look at the driver's standings, see if they picked up points there. Christian Mansell got 19 points this weekend. That moves him up into 4th place. And where is our other driver? Tommy down 3 places, no points at all for Tommy. Yeah, his chances of getting anything other than just a development role non-existent now. But Christian is definitely improving nicely again this year. Let's get the cars fixed over. Let's put the new front wing on. Now you can see the downforce improvements it's going to give us. +3, +3 and +4. Very nice. We desperately need that. We'll have a new front wing for George in just a moment. How long to the underfloor's ready? 16 days. Okay. Probably get some research started now. So, chassis is going to be affected. Drag reduction down by 30%. It is chassis focus changes. So, we are going to drop a full ATR period on that next session. Side pods going to have a 10% reduction. Let's drop a side pod project in. Just ease the cooling down a little bit. Go with that. Okay. One engineer. That's that project started. That leaves us with 600k. Has the torque sensor broken yet? Not yet. It's close. 1% more and it will drop down in ability. You see George has dipped in confidence slightly after that race. Not surprising, really. We'll advance time. That's George's wing there. And we are now almost ready for Monaco. There we go. So both cars will gain an improvement in the downforce stakes. So let's see where we sit now on the grid. 16th and 14th in the medium and high speed. A bit of an improvement there. The low speed has improved slightly, I think. Still lacking a little bit of pace. We are definitely not the best car on the grid. But the car ranking has improved to 10th and 11th. So we were, 15th and 16th, I think, at the start of the stream before we went to Imola. So the front wing has definitely helped. The underfloor will also definitely help. That is 2 weeks away from going into development, into production. There it is. And then won't be ready for Canada. But it will be ready on both cars for Spain. That's good. Okay, and George has picked up his confidence again. Excellent. Happy that he's now got the new front wing. I think that was probably why he dipped, maybe, because he had a lesser car than Oscar. Let's clear out the inbox. So there is the final standings as they are right now. We do still have a pretty healthy lead in the constructors, but it's getting very tight now in the driver's standings. George, kind of middle distance between Ocon and Leclerc. A little bit further behind Ocon than he is ahead of Leclerc, but needs to start getting some good results, and we need to try and halt Ocon's momentum. Hopefully he'll have a difficult race in Monaco. Hopefully he'll crash and damage his car, but keep going and end up way down the order. That'll hurt his confidence and arrest his current progress a little bit. But it's going to be a tough season if he keeps that kind of level of performance up. That's it for tonight. Mixed weekend for us. The second for Oscar, 8th for George. Fingers crossed, Monaco will be better. The two-stop is going to be the right way to go there. It's going to be important for us to get a solid first stint in. Got to probably just blitz the field at the early laps. We can't let Ocon do what he has done in the last two races and just sprint away in the opening laps and then try and hunt him down, because we don't have the pace for that, it seems. And if he gets into the lead, he'll probably just drive away from us. So, yeah, we need to keep him behind if we absolutely can. I will be back at the usual time tomorrow for round 8 as we head to Monaco. That'll be 8 p.m. here in the UK. There will be more Empire of the Ants tomorrow as well, so do keep an eye out for that. If you're following that series, if you haven't yet checked it out, please do consider having a look at it. It's a fun little game. I'm enjoying it a lot. And, of course, be sure to add me on Twitch. We are going to be starting to ramp up streaming on Twitch in the coming weeks. I'm just waiting on the PC to arrive, which should be hopefully in the next few days. So, yeah, there is a link to my Twitch profile on the YouTube information section. Do have a look for that. And also on my community tab, you'll find plenty of links to my Twitch profile if you go to the community posts. You'll still be able to see a couple of the races from our Porsche series on Twitch. They're up till the weekend, and then they'll disappear. And we'll be streaming the next round on Saturday on Twitch as well. So hopefully I'll see you there too. Until then, though, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.